Excellency. Good morning. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, very present, good morning. On behalf of the Filipino people, I cordially welcome Her Excellency Prime Minister Shinawatra as well as her entire delegation. This is her first visit to the Philippines, I understand. For 63 years, the Philippines and Thailand have had a dynamic and fruitful partnership, one of the oldest and strongest bilateral relationships in Southeast Asia. This morning, the Prime Minister and I had very good discussions. It was an illuminating exchange of views on bilateral and regional issues of mutual interest to both our countries. The past year has been very uncertain for many countries around the globe, and now more than ever, it is imperative that we work together to make sure that our region not only stays afloat, but also makes marked progress over the next few years. The challenge for our neighborhood is to maximize our gains by strengthening trade liberalization and investment facilitation. And it comforts me that we have a partner like Thailand in this endeavor. I believe the good Prime Minister will agree with me that the resilient economies of the Philippines and Thailand are the product of our shared commitment to free trade and investment. Our open markets have paved the way for the exchange of goods and services that have translated into billions of US dollars. Capital and investment are pouring in. Businesses are expanding beyond our borders. The Prime Minister and I are pleased at the excellent economic relations of our countries. Thailand is one of the Philippines' largest trading partners. Philippine companies led by the San Miguel Corporation, the Universal Robina Corporation, and the Liwayway Food Corporation also have active operations in Thailand. As I informed the Prime Minister earlier today, and this dynamism also extends to our tourism sector. Last year, the Philippines welcomed more than 30,000 Thai tourists, with each tourist arrival having a multiplier effect on the economy by stimulating local businesses and creating more job opportunities for our countrymen. I also took the opportunity to invite Thai companies to invest in my government's public-private partnership program. The private sector is a vital partner in fulfilling our growth and development objectives. The government is committed to providing the enabling environment for private sector participation through public-private partnerships. Outside of our robust economic engagement, the Prime Minister and I agreed to further expand our functional cooperation in key areas such as education, combating drug trafficking, and disaster risk reduction and management. In this context, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Thailand for its assistance to our country in the wake of the massive flooding, destruction, and loss of lives wrought by Typhoon Sendong. On developments that impact on the stability and continued prosperity of our region, I discussed with the Prime Minister the position of the Philippines on the issue of the West Philippine Sea. I reiterated our position that a rules-based approach is the only legitimate way to address the disputes in the West Philippine Sea. The Prime Minister and I also had a fruitful exchange on views of our country's efforts towards ASEAN community building. I underscored the Philippines' commitment to building an ASEAN community that is founded on the bedrock principle of compassion and respect for the rights and welfare of its peoples. I also informed the Prime Minister of the Philippines' major advocacies in the ASEAN, which includes connectivity, maritime security, food security, migrant workers protection, disaster management, and biodiversity. I was pleased to learn about Thailand's own priorities and to note synergy and congruence in our country's thrusts. Finally, Prime Minister and I agreed to continue working towards enhancing our country's excellent partnership and productive engagement, both in the bilateral and multilateral arena. On this matter, we both acknowledge the value of regular and sustained policy dialogue. We both look forward to Manila's hosting of the 5th meeting of the Philippines-Thailand Joint Commission for Bilateral Cooperation, which will allow us to substantially discuss ways to further strengthen the implementation of our existing cooperation in the areas of energy, agriculture, defense, and culture. I am confident that our fruitful and auspicious meeting this morning will contribute greatly to ensuring further benefits to bilateral relations between the Filipinos and the Thai. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Mr. President, Excellency, distinguished member of the media, I wish to express my appreciation to His Excellency President Aquino III, the government and people of our Philippines for the warm welcome extended me and my delegation during this town visit. And also, on behalf of Thai people, would like to give the condolences to people of Philippines about the typhoon this year. This visit further enhance and close relationship between our two countries that are fellow ASEAN member states. We share value of democracy and rule of law. I am pleased to inform you that the President and I had fruitful and wide-ranging discussion on many matters of mutual interest as well as regional and global issues. I express my appreciation for the kind of assistance from the government of the Philippines and Philippines allies to the victim of floods in Thailand last year. This flood remind us that we must work closely together to protect our people from natural disaster. I also congratulated the President on the success of the anti-corruption policy under his leadership. Thailand is ready to provide support to Thai investors who wish to invest in Philippines under the Public-Private Partnership PPP program. On bilateral issues, the President and I are satisfied with the results of the Joint Commission of Bilateral Cooperation JCBC, the program on the setting up of the energy forums and cooperation on education, narcotic prevention, and transnational crimes. We are pleased that the draft convention on the avoidance of the double taxation and the prevention of the fiscal evasion with the respect of the tax and incomes is expected to be signed at the next meeting of the Joint Commission. Thailand appreciates the Philippines' high support for Thai investors and willingness to remove some of restriction on trade and investment. Thailand is also ready to export more rice to the Philippines and as part of cooperation of food security. Both our two countries reaffirm our commitment to ASEAN communities in 2015 and to promote connectivities in the regions. Together, we hope to create an ASEAN communities that people-centered to the regional architecture and plays important role in global affairs. Lastly, to ensure concrete outcomes, I have assigned to Minister of Foreign Affairs of Thailand and the Ambassador of Thailand to the Philippines to follow up on our discussion today. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
May I request the ladies and gentlemen of the press, media to please leave the venue so that the respective delegations can also leave to the reception area. Thank you very much. May I request Maro to please help me? Dito.
Natunghayan po natin ang katatapos-tapos lamang na joint press conference ni Pangulong Aquino at Thai Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. Sa kanyang statement, tinawag ng Pangulo na partner ang Thailand sa adhikaing magtulungan sa trade liberalization at investment facilitation. Ayon sa Pangulo, maganda ang economic relations ng Pilipinas at Thailand dahil ang Thailand ay isa sa ating pinakamalaking trading partner. Sinabi rin ng Pangulo na noong isang taon, 30,000 turista mula Thailand ang pumunta sa Pilipinas. Kasabay nito, sinamantala rin ng Pangulo ang pagkakataon para imbitahan ang mga kumpanya mula Thailand sa public-private partnership programs ng gobyerno, at ayon sa Pangulo ay palalawakin pa ang kooperasyon ng Thailand at Pilipinas sa edukasyon, disaster risk reduction and management at ang paglaban sa drug trafficking. Sa press statement naman ni Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, ipinaabot niya sa Pangulo at sa Pilipinas ang kanyang pasasalamat sa naging mainit na pagtanggap sa kanya ngayong umaga. Ipinaabot din niya ang kanyang pakikiramay sa mga naging biktima ng pagbaha dulot ng bagyong Sendong. Ayon sa Prime Minister, nagkaroon sila ng fruitful discussion at pinag-usapan nila hindi lamang ang mga issue para sa Pilipinas at Thailand, kundi pati na rin mga global issues. Nagpasalamat din ang Prime Minister ng Thailand sa tulong na ibinigay ng Pilipinas sa mga naging biktima ng pagbaha sa Thailand noong isang taon. Kasabay nito, binati niya si Pangulong Aquino sa magandang kampanya ng administrasyon laban sa korupsyon. Sinabi rin niya na nakahanda siyang tulungan ang mga kumpanyang Thailand na interesadong mag-invest sa PPP projects dito sa Pilipinas. Kasabay nito, sinabi rin ni Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra na pinapasalamatan niya ang suporta ng Pilipinas sa Thailand sa pagtanggal ng restriction sa trade. Sinabi din niya na magkakaroon pa ng higit na kooperasyon sa food security, at ang mga napag-usapan nila ni Pangulong Aquino ayon sa Prime Minister ay kanyang ipapa-follow up sa ambassador ng Thailand dito sa Pilipinas. Matapos ang kanilang joint press conference ay pupunta naman ang dalawang leader para sa state luncheon na inihanda ni Pangulong Aquino para sa bumibisitang leader ng Thailand. Makakasama dito, kanina nakita natin pumasok ang kapatid ng Pangulo na si Viel Aquino D sa state luncheon. Nakita rin natin kanina si House Speaker Feliciano Belmonte. At inaasahan rin na kasama sa state luncheon ang mga cabinet secretaries na kasama ng Pangulo sa expanded bilateral meeting kanina. Sa luncheon na mangyayari ilang minuto mula ngayon, inaasahan na magbibigay ng toast ang Pangulo at ang Prime Minister ng Thailand. Ito ang unang beses na bumisita ang Prime Minister ng Thailand sa Pilipinas. Namamataan din natin ngayon ang isa pang kapatid ng Pangulo, si Chris Aquino, kasama ang kanyang kaibigan na si Boy Abunda. Namataan din natin si Senador Peter Cayetano. Kasama rin, inaasahan din na sasama sa luncheon mamaya ay ang mga cabinet officials na pinangungunahan ni Executive Secretary Paquito Ochoa Jr., si DOTC Secretary Marojas, si Trade Secretary Gregory Domingo, Finance Secretary Cesar Purisima. Nakita rin natin kanina si Defense Secretary Voltaire Gasmin at si DSWD Secretary Dinky Soliman. Sa joint statement kanina, sinabi ng Pangulo na ang Thailand ay isa sa pinakamalaking trading partner ng Pilipinas. Nabanggit ng Pangulo ang mga kumpanya na Pilipino na nandoon sa Thailand ngayon. Ito ay ang San Miguel Corporation, ang Universal Robina Corporation at ang Liwayway Food Corporation. Noong bumisita ang Pangulo sa Thailand, Mayo noong isang taon ay binisita niya itong Liwayway Food Corporation para personal na makita ang produksyon ng Filipino company. Nakita rin natin ngayon ang ilang mga kilalang negosyante sa bansa, si Lucio Tan, Ayon din sa Pangulo, noong isang taon, nagtala ng 30,000 mga turista mula Thailand na pumunta dito sa Pilipinas at ito daw ay merong multiplier effect kung saan higit nitong pinapalakas ang lokal na mga negosyo dahil nagbibigay ito ng trabaho sa mga Pilipino. Nandito rin si Senador Edgardo Angara, kausap si Defense Secretary Voltaire Gasmin. Sa joint press statement din, sinabi ng Pangulo na inaanyayahan niya ang mga kumpanya mula Thailand na mag-invest sa Public-Private Partnership Program ng Pilipinas. Itong PPP programs ay na-introduce na ng Pangulo noong siya ay bumisita sa Thailand Mayo noong isang taon. At ang sinabi ng Thai Prime Minister na tutulungan niya ang Pilipinas ay siya ring sinabi noon ng nakausap ng Pangulo Mayo noong isang taon. Ayon rin sa Pangulo, matibay ang ekonomiya ng Pilipinas at Thailand dahil kapwa sila committed sa free trade and investment. Ang open markets aniya ang nagbigay daan para ang mga goods at services ay matranslate into billions of US dollars. Dahil aniya sa pamamaraang ito ay nag-expand pareho ang negosyo sa Pilipinas at Thailand. Napag-usapan din sa kanilang bilateral meeting ang pagpapalawak ng kooperasyon sa edukasyon, sa paglaban sa drug trafficking at disaster risk reduction and management. Sinamantala rin ng Pangulo ang pagkakataon at kanilang personal na pagkikita para pasalamatan ang Prime Minister sa tulong na binigay ng Thailand noong nagkaroon ng matinding pagbaha dahil sa bagyong Sendong sa Pilipinas. Sinabi rin ng Pangulo na napag-usapan nila ni Prime Minister Shinawatra ang posisyon ng Pilipinas sa usapin ng West Philippine Sea. Ayon sa Pangulo, binigyang diin niya na rules-based approach ang lehitimong paraan para maayos ang hidwaan sa West Philippine Sea. Naging makabuluhan din aniya ang kanilang palitan ng kuro-kuro sa pagkakaroon ng ASEAN Community. At binigyang diin dito na dapat ay magkaroon ng respeto sa karapatan at sa kapakanan ng mga Thai at Pilipino. Sinabi rin ng Pangulo sa Prime Minister na ilan sa mga adhikain sa ASEAN ng Pilipinas ang maritime security, food security, migrant workers protection, disaster management at biodiversity. Natuwa ang Pangulo na ito rin ang prioridad ng Thailand. Ang nakikita po natin ngayon sa screen ay si Vice President Jojo Marbinay kasama ang kanyang may bahay na ipinapakilala ni Pangulong Aquino sa Prime Minister ng Thailand. Pakinggan po natin ang ongoing program.
The Honorable Secretary of Foreign Affairs, Albert Del Rosario, and Mrs. Margaret Gretchen Del Rosario. The Honorable Executive Secretary, Paquito Ochoa Jr. His Excellency Giuseppe Pinto, Papal Nuncio and Head of the Diplomatic Corps. His Excellency Aung Kin Soy, Ambassador of the Union of Myanmar. His Excellency Nguyen Bu Tu, Ambassador of the Socialist Republic of Vietnam.
First time to see you, my honor.
His Excellency Johannes Crisciato Suerio Legowo, Ambassador of the Republic of Indonesia, and Madam Maria Cecilia Legowo. His Excellency Datuk Seri Dr. Ibrahim Saad, Ambassador of Malaysia.
His Excellency promotes very good cultural exchanges between Malaysia.
His Excellency Lee Hie Min, Ambassador of the Republic of Korea, and Madam Kim Soon Mi. His Excellency Jose Rayton, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Cambodia. Her Excellency Malay Vieng Sukin Hom, Ambassador of the Lao People's Democratic Republic. His Excellency Toshinao Orabe, Ambassador of Japan. Mr. Tian Tai, Chargé d'Affaires of the People's Republic of China.
His Excellency Mr. Surapong Towichakchaikul, Minister of Foreign Affairs. His Excellency Mr. Prasad Vinichchai, Ambassador of Thailand to the Philippines. Mr. Nirut Kunawat, Deputy Secretary General to the Prime Minister. Ms. Titima Chai Sang, Government Spokesperson. Mr. Chalermpong Thanjit, Deputy Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Pasakon Siriyapan, Director General, Department of East Asian Affairs, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. Kantong Unakul, Deputy Director General, Department of Protocol, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mr. Prasan Teparak, Ambassador attached, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, seconded to the Secretariat of the Prime Minister. Mr. Kreppan Rökjamnong, Chief of Staff, Office of the Minister.
Mrs. Maria Elena Aquino Cruz. Mr. Richard Joseph D. and Mrs. Elisa Aquino D. Ms. Christina Bernadette Aquino.
Good afternoon. Yes, I'm in your country 5 times a year to shoot, yes, all of her Procter & Gamble. Yes, I love that talk. I'll be there again next month. Yes.
It's Bangkok is supposed to be the capital for shooting hair commercials.
All hair and skin, yes, it's one there. All Procter & Gamble, they shoot there because you get tax concessions. You have to do that.
We're told there's an expertise of your advertising agencies.
Obviously, yes, everybody has beautiful hair.
Everybody goes to Bangkok to shoot their commercials.
Because the best for hairstyling is there are Thai women. No, even skin. Olay is all shop there. Everything for whitening and hair. No. From here. I have spoken to her slum.
She has a dream shoot. You show the hair too much, you have to go to back. It's different in each chapter. It has to be shut. If it's not done well, the quality seems to suffer. And I just put the Paris to one it's the regional center of the Middle East. If you want somehow, it's here, that's really we just want to make sure that everyone's last of we see them as a small cultural presentation of singers. There is a fashion show by one of the preeminent designers. Unfortunately, it was my dad's classmate, so he seems to be singing my dad. So he will not be. He's the person that's under the weather. It's disrespectful. The music is yes. That is the kind of
Yes, please remember, Her Excellency Yingluck Shinawatra,
So we can eat right afterwards. Okay. Your Excellency, Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure, Madam Prime Minister, to welcome you and the members of your delegation to the Philippines. Your visit gives me a chance to return the hospitality extended to me by your countrymen during my visit to Thailand in May of last year. And today, we reaffirm the ties that bind us. A common past marked by friendship, a common present characterized by the strength of our bilateral relations, and a shared future full of hope, justice, and prosperity for our peoples. Allow me to take the opportunity to personally congratulate you and your party for gaining your people's mandate in the July general elections in Thailand. You hold the distinct honor of being the first woman Prime Minister of Thailand. My mother, too, was the first female president of my country, and I wish you an administration as resilient, as unifying, and as hopeful as hers. We have much in common. We share the same dream of a better life for our peoples and are filled with the same determination to achieve these aspirations. And your visit gives us a timely opportunity to build on our existing relationship towards the achievement of these goals. Having said this, may I propose a toast to the health, happiness, and prosperity of His Majesty the King and to the Prime Minister of Thailand. To the friendship between our two countries, the Kingdom of Thailand and the Republic of the Philippines. And to the people of the Philippines and Thailand, as we in government continue to tread the straight and righteous path towards prosperity born of justice, compassion, and hope. Cheers. Cheers, boy. There's my son.
Your Excellency, Mr. President Aquino III, Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to begin by expressing my appreciation to the government and the people of Republic of Philippines for the warm welcome and hospitality extended to me and my delegations. It is an honor and pleasure to be visiting the Philippines, a country that shares close ties with Thailand and one that has produced great talent on the global stage, including Manny Pacquiao in boxing and Leah Salonga on Broadway. As a fellow Southeast Asians, we share your pride in the achievement of those famous Filipinos. Our two countries enjoy a long history of close relationships. Since our diplomatic ties were established in 1949, from our cooperation with other countries under the Manila Treaty to founding the ASEAN in 1967, Thailand and Philippines. We work closely together from the beginning to help shape our region to where it is today. Our warm bilateral ties are supported not only by our many mutual interests, but also by our shared values. Together, as leading democracy in Southeast Asia, Thailand and the Philippines has been at the forefront in promoting democratic values and a good governance. We also work together to support human rights and the rights of women and children. Based on strong foundations, our relation can only grow further. I am pleased that our discussion earlier today were fruitful and forward-looking. Whether in increase our trade and investment, our developing and energy forums, enhancing cooperation in education, or addressing problem of drug trafficking, I also look forward to building together an ASEAN communities that is people-centered and more connected. May I now invite all of you to join me a toast to a good health and happiness of His Excellency President Benigno Aquino III and to the long-term partnership between Philippines and Thailand. Mabuhay. Thank you.
Natunghayan niyo po ang naging toast ng dalawang leader sa luncheon na ibinigay ni Pangulong Aquino in honor of Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra. Ayon po sa Pangulo, ito pong luncheon na ito at ang official visit ng Prime Minister ng Thailand ay pagkakataon para masuklian naman niya at matapatan ang ipinagkaloob na mainit na pagtanggap sa kanya ng pamahalaan ng Thailand Mayo noong isang taon noong siya ay nagkaroon ng state visit doon. Sinabi rin po ng Pangulo na ipinaabot din po ng Pangulo sa Prime Minister ang kanyang pagbati dahil siya ang kauna-unahang Prime Minister na babae ng Thailand. Katulad aniya ng kanyang ina na siyang kauna-unahang Pangulong Presidente ng Pilipinas, pinaabot niya ang kanyang wish na maging matatag ang administrasyon ni Prime Minister Yingluck at maging mapag-isa niya ang kanyang bansa. Sa toast naman ni Prime Minister Yingluck, Pinasalamatan niya muli ang Pilipinas sa naging mainit na pagtanggap sa kanyang official visit ngayong araw. Sinabi din niya na matagal nang magkaibigan ang Pilipinas at Thailand dahil 1949 pa lamang ay may diplomatic ties na ang dalawang bansa. Sinabi rin ng Prime Minister na kapwa leading democracy o mga pioneer ng demokrasya sa Asia ang Pilipinas at Thailand. Kaya umaasa siya na kapwa lalago ang ekonomiya at maging ang diplomatic relations ng dalawang bansa. At sumain niyo po ang special coverage sa official visit dito sa Pilipinas ng Prime Minister ng Kingdom of Thailand na si Yingluck Shinawatra. Para po sa Radio TV Malacanang at People's Television, ako si Elena Luna. Magandang hapon po.
I'm Christian Gavina, strength and conditioning coach of the Air Asia Philippine Patriots. Catch Season 3 of the Air Asia ABL Games, only here on the home of sports, your PTV.
Susunod na programa ay rated G. Ito ay pwede sa lahat ng manonood.
Scar will disappear fast, make you feel like you can't imagine. Winner TV, Rose Hip. How long do you think it will take for scars to disappear completely? A few weeks or a few years? As long as you start using the world-renowned Rose Hip Scar Remover, scars all over your body will disappear completely. In just a few weeks, no matter what kind of scarring you have, Rose Hip Scar Remover guarantees to make them all vanish. Growing up, almost everyone has injured him or herself carelessly in all kinds of accidents that leave heartbreaking and regretful scars. They are so hard to get rid of. Although the human body has strong healing powers for injuries, it's not possible for it to make scar tissue disappear entirely. These scars would even prevent you from rolling up your sleeves. But look at this lady who has been using Rose Hip Scar Remover once a day for some time now. Such an obvious scar that destroys her beauty has faded rapidly. Now you see how effective it is. Even a scar like hers can vanish and become completely traceless too. If there are noticeable scars on your legs, are you going to wear long skirts to cover them all year round? Even if they can be covered, do you want to do this forever? Your intimate life partner will see them eventually. Rose Hip Scar Remover was invented by the world-renowned Rose Hip Lab in France. Its amazing ingredients can make scars disappear in just a few weeks, compared to other scar-removing products that take years to see results. Its effects are guaranteed to provide you an astonishing using experience. All you have to do is apply Rose Hip Scar Remover on the scarred area. A few weeks later, the skin where these blemishes were will become very smooth and tender. Do you know why? The scar-removing effects of Rose Hip Scar Remover are effective because it can powerfully regenerate damaged skin. It can even increase skin tissue on uneven marks and irregular scars. Winter TV, Rose Hip, which contains rose seed oil, inverted sugar, lemon acid, and other unsaturated acids for skincare and protection. These beneficial plant oils are very important assisting mechanisms for skin tissue regeneration. So, weeks later, the scars that she's had trouble removing for years have disappeared. It looks just like she'd never been injured before.
Masyado kasing sensitive skin ko. Madali pang ma-irritate. So my friend recommended me this rosehip oil. Sabi niya effective daw. So I will try it now.
This lady had a serious scar on her leg before. After using scar remover, all the skin tissue damaged before has vanished now.
When my friend recommended me this rosehip oil, grabe, naglighten ang skin ko. Natanggal pa ang mga scars ko. Tinry ko na rin siya sa ibang parts ng body ko. Naging tender and smooth ito. So sa mga friends ko, try this rosehip oil. It's amazing.
Rosehip can make them all vanish and give you the look you dream of. This is really a quality product that is worth your 100% trust. If you have facial scars, don't worry about them anymore. Just take a look at this lady. This is not only a facial scar, it will also cause psychological problems.
After 2 to 3 weeks of using rosehip oil, nakita kong naglighten na ang dark spot at dark area ng scar ko. Kailangan ko lang siyang i-continue para makita ko ang best result. So ano pang hinihintay nyo? Gamit na kayo ng rosehip oil.
We want you to have a blemish-free appearance. So use Rosehip Scar Remover now. It will make scars disappear so rapidly that you will be astonished because it's very effective. Remember to use a proper amount and don't waste it. We strongly recommend you use Rosehip Scar Remover right away to help lighten scars in just 1 week and even make scars disappear completely in a few weeks. Rosehip oil has been on the market for many years now, and we have many customers who are satisfied with the result. If you want good quality and satisfying results, be scarless now. Go for the original Rosehip oil.